Okay, this is, since the stupid tablet cut me off. Okay, this is part 2 of zombie walking down the street, or medical patient that escaped the hospital room. So anyway, so the most coolest thing of all, the second time after I went up to, the first time after I went up the street and I knew that he was not human, I turned back around because I wanted to see him again. I turned back around, went back up the street, and then I looked at his eyes, and he had no eyes whatsoever. He had no eyeballs. They were squinted slits. I mean, they were just like he was all squinted up. They were just slits, squinted slits. And I was just like, whoa. But I mean, these beings, I wish I could have got out of my car and went up and tried to touch him or something. But you're too scared shitless. I was too scared shitless to do something like that. But like I say, after I saw him, he manifested right there at the tip of that street, Barataria Street. That's where he manifested, right there, and then started bobbling down the street like he was drunk, left and right, 2-3 feet out into traffic. And those streets are very, very, very narrow. And you'll always see like these dumbass people all the time riding their bicycles, like they act like they own the road, and those streets are very, very narrow, and they're gonna get hit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's the most coolest part of all, was that he had no eyes, he had no eyeballs. They literally were just squinted slits. It was so weird. But yeah, these beings, they're magical. It's amazing what they could do. And I also had this other experience, which I think could have been interdimensional alien. And I think it could have been Anthony in a different form, because the experience happened about a month after I saw Anthony 4 times at the bookstore. But anyway, I mean, it's so bizarre. I haven't done a video of that other experience at the grocery store. And he also gave me something physical. Like I say, he had to have been an interdimensional. I don't know. I don't know if they could pull it off being physical for that length of time. But like I say, even though it may have maybe seemed like we were sitting there talking for an hour, it may not have been that long. I don't know. It was bizarre. I still don't think that guy was human either. And I don't think he was a reptilian alien that was possessing a physical human. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but I still think he was an interdimensional alien posing as a physical human as well at the grocery store. But I haven't talked about that story yet. But that's the most coolest part of this being, is that he did not have eyes. He did not even have eyeballs. Like, you looked at his eyes and they were just squinted slits. It was so weird. It's like, how the heck is he supposed to see? You know what I mean? I mean, if he was truly a blind person, he would have that one stick or 2 sticks that they use. I think they use 1 stick. And they go back and forth, on the ground or whatever. But yeah. So that's my cool story about, I saw a zombie walking down the street acting drunk. All these beings that manifest, 9 times out of 10, they're going to act drunk or walk drunk, talk drunk, walk like a zombie. That's just a characteristic of them, because they, they're not used to being physical. They're not used to being physical, so they don't know how to walk once they break into this dimension and pose as a human. They don't know how to walk. He had no eyeballs. Interdimensional reptilian posing as human. He had no eyes, period. And then I put the tourniquet in there so I wouldn't forget to talk about the tourniquet. And the reptilian was also posing as a medical patient that escaped the hospital room, or a zombie. And like I say, I thought he had a gun. The second time around, when I went up the street, he had his hand in his pocket. And that's when I thought, wow, that mofo, has a gun or a knife. But anyway, but like I say, I knew he was anomalous a split second after the first time I saw him. And that's why I went back up this, I turned around after I passed him and went back down the street, and then went back up the street so I could see him a second time. And then, of course, when I called my mom, she came up the street, and there was no zombie to be seen. No guy in blue scrubs to be seen. But yeah, so anyway, it's kind of cool. Thanks for listening.